Now, on this podcast, we will learn what you as a parent can actually do to ensure that your teenager learns effectively. Have you ever wondered what you can do? Then worry not, because we talked about everything here on this podcast. And we had the students from St. Augustine of Hippo Secondary School, all the way from Ago. It was really amazing, interesting. It was a great conversation that I had with them. And I said, why not? I should have it here on Oma's Diary 360 so that you as a parent or a parent to be or an auntie, an uncle, you can actually listen to it and get inspired. Ensure that you're here till the very end. And don't forget to share this particular podcast and let other people know about it. Did I tell you my name? My name is Oma. You're very sweetheart on radio, TV, social media, sweetheart everywhere. Thank you so much for joining me, and see you on the other side of this. Stay here.
Of course, definitely, every child is precious. That is one thing that we get to do here and ensure that we allow parents to understand how precious their children are. Welcome to Twin Sports Show here on Radio Sapienza 95.3 FM Onitsha Original #1. My name is Oma. The twin is, they get to call me Auntie Oma. Look at how they are looking at me, as if they are seeing me for the first time. Welcome. We have students of St. Augustine of Hippo Secondary School, Ago. They are our guests today on the program. And of course, here on 20 Sports Show is that program we've created for young ones, where we teach them public speaking, we teach them boldness, we teach them self-esteem, we allow them, we give them the voice, we have discussions, and it's been amazing what we have achieved so far from this program. But today we'll be having an amazing conversation how parents can actually help their teenagers in effective learning. What parents can do, what teenagers can do, what teachers can do as well. We are going to have this beautiful conversation today on the program. So you will take your turns to introduce yourselves one after the other. Just come closer to the mic and say your name. Once you say your name, you just move so that the other person will come and say his or her name. So let's start with you.
My name is Anubo Pascaline Sochikamu. My name is Martin Chibike David.
Okay.
My name is Sylvia Bonamona Chimusumewi.
Okay.
My name is Sima Emanuela Alfonso.
Okay.
My name is Apoluchi Soncha.
Okay.
My name is Okafa Skari Pechuku Elsie.
Okay.
My name is Wanda Teofilo Suchechuku.
So have a way of moving back.
My name is Aishebe Ramatapi.
Okay. And the little
My
one,
name is Onwasa
come closer.
My name is Onwasa Michael.
Onwasa Michael. Okay.
My name is Tobodun's Victor.
Okay, you're welcome to the live studios of Radio Sapienza 95.3 FM Onitsha. We have students of St. Augustine of Hippo Secondary School, all the way from Ago. Glad to have you join us on this program, right?
Yes.
Welcome. Are you happy to be here?
Yes.
Good. Okay, so first of all, let's understand, before we look at how parents can help their teenagers to learn effectively, let's start with effective learning. As a person, as a young person, what does effective learning mean to you? Like, what is that thing that happens and you feel, okay, I think I know this, I have learned, right? Okay, let's start with you.
Effective learning, in my own understanding.
Calm down, relax. Just relax, okay? We're having a conversation. Forget all these other people that you think that are listening to us. It is just you and I having this conversation. So just tell me in your own words, what does effective learning mean? Okay?
Effective learning means...
Come closer to the mic.
Effective learning means when a student in his or her school have a qualified teacher that teach him the way you are.
Qualified teacher, right? Not just anyhow teacher.
Yes, qualified teachers that will teach him or her the way he or she will understand it. And also, when the student goes home, do his or assignment, the one that he don't understand, ask his parents. The parents will train him more about that, teach him more about that. Not after teaching him, you go and sit down, you go and learn more about it. Understand it, not memorize it. You read to understand, not to read.
What do you mean by memorizing? Is it like Because you need to put it to memory. Like, is it like internalizing it? Like not cramming it?
Yes, not cramming it, because some students normally need to cram, not to pass exam. But
is there anything wrong in cramming?
Yes, no.
What is wrong in cramming? Tell me the truth. And all of you, before we get into this conversation, because all of you, I know you've crammed at one time or the other. So you'll tell us this away from what we're talking. Tell us what is wrong in cramming. Let's start with you.
The thing that is wrong in cramming is that after you finish cramming the work, you may take the exam and pass it. But once you go outside, someday may come, your friends may ask you something about that, but you don't know how to say it.
Has it happened to you before? No, give me your personal example, Lo. Like you've crammed, and after cramming, what happened? Okay, you've answered. Let's come to you. Have you crammed before? First of all, let's start with, have come to the mic. Have you crammed before?
Yes.
So, after cramming, what happened?
After cramming, if I go to school to write my exam, all the things that I read will flow out in my.
Like after cramming it, when you get to the hall, everything you crammed, you will not remember again. So what happens? Do you still write the exam?
Yes.
So how do you write the exam? You start trying to remember.
No, sometimes I will compose what I'm going to write.
You in your head, you compose what you want to write. Okay. Have you crammed before? Come.
Yes.
So what happened after cramming?
After cramming, maybe after letting the exam, maybe I might got it. So
you might get it.
Yes.
And what happened?
Maybe after it.
You don't remember it again.
Yes. After 2 weeks, I forgot.
You've after few weeks, after few weeks, you've just forgotten that thing.
Yeah.
And even when you they ask you a question about it, you don't remember it at all.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you're smiling. You seems like you have an experience of cramming. So tell us.
Yes, during debate.
During debate.
Yes. I crammed the wall, so during that day I was very, very nervous. I came out, but I couldn't say anything.
Wow! Woo! So what happened?
Teacher composed me. She asked me to be myself. I can just get a point on anything and say it out there.
So you composed yourself and you were able to remember something.
Yes.
And after that time, you stopped cramming.
Yes.
You never crammed again. Wow, amazing. Does any other person do you have another experience you want to share about cramming? Does any other person? Do you have an experience to share? I come to the mic. If you have an experience to share about cramming that went wrong, tell us.
Like when I finished cramming, I'll enter the exam hall. But I'll forget some things that I read in the exam hall. But I'll read the exam hall.
You write the exam?
I'll write the exam. By thinking about the question they gave me and finding out the answer.
Okay, away from cramming, after cramming, right? You enter the hall, you forget everything you've crammed. You remember the things you've crammed?
Yes, but I'll forget some.
You forget some. But now, when you read the question, you compose yourself. You now answer the question.
Yes.
So, this to say that it is easier to study, try to understand it, internalize it, and not cram. And when you get to the hall, because you've read, all you need to do is just to calm down, compose yourself, read the question, think about it, and you answer the question, right?
Yes.
Does that go for all of you?
Yes.
Does that go for all of you?
Yes.
Good, great. Okay, so let's get straight to our topic, because what we just did right now is just away from what we wanted to discuss. It's just that when he was saying something, he talked about cramming, and I had to start asking questions about cramming. So we are looking at how parents can help their teenagers to learn effectively. So all of you will come to the mic and say one point. Remember, please don't say what the other person has said. So you're going to give us 1 point each of what parents can actually do to help their teenagers to learn effectively. Let's start with you.
I'm here to speak on a topic which says
we're already talking about it. We're having a conversation, so go ahead.
I feel that one of the role of effective
one of the roles of the parents in effective learning of the teenagers is discouraging examination malpractice.
Okay.
Examination malpractice can be defined as illegal action or irregular acts carried out by the candidate in the examination hall. Parents discouraging examination malpractice and teach them the consequences of examination malpractice. They should let them know that if children depend on examination malpractice on the exam, they won't be able to defend their result on various choices of career, and it reduces their self-confidence and worth.
Oh wow, beautiful, that's great. Okay, the next person.
I think one of the laws of parents in the effective learning of teenagers is providing a conducive environment.
Okay.
Providing a conducive environment does not mean when the parents
come closer to the mic.
Providing a conducive environment does not mean when the parents build mansion or duplex, or even
though it's part of it, is it not part of it? No, it's not. Not like it's not, but it's part of it. It's part of it, is it not? Go on, don't mind me. Go on, don't mind me.
Parents should be able to provide a good environment or atmosphere where the child is able to learn and socialize with others, because learning is a continuous process.
Okay.
Because in a situation whereby parents always quarrel or fight or always harsh on their children, the children will find it difficult to socialize with others or even learn in that family.
Okay. Wow, providing a conducive environment. It's not really about the mansion, not really about the house, but peace of mind, right?
Yeah.
So children actually want peace of mind. Are you? Oh, you want peace of? Are you serious? Okay, the next person. Oh, now I know. The next person.
Parents can help in the effective learning of a teenager by helping in building and developing their talents and careers.
Helping them to develop and build their talents and careers, right?
Yes.
Go on.
Some parents discourage the child of his or her career because that's not what they want the child to be. A teenager may decide today or tomorrow to become a banker or a lawyer, but the parents will ask them how to become a medical doctor. So whenever they are walking on the streets, they call them mama dog, papa dog. But I say no to that. You should allow the child to become whatever he or she wants to be, because they see that whenever dreams need determination, greatness follows.
Okay, so you're actually saying that parents should suggest, not force, right?
Yes.
And that parents should sort of guide their teenagers, right? And not insist, okay? It should be a discussion between the parent and the teenager on what they can actually do. Abi?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay.
I think that one role of a parent in the effective learning of a teenager is to give the child informal education.
Tell us more.
For informal education is the education that will learn through our parents how to own. Parents should give their children informal education, like assigning house chores to them. But now, parents always keep quiet whenever their child say that they are exhausted or tired.
Is it true?
Yes.
Yeah, is that what happens in your home?
No.
Okay.
They always say they are exhausted or tired. The parents.
But all of you, when they give you chores, do you say you're exhausted and you're tired and you don't want to do the chores?
No.
Okay, go on.
They say they are exhausted and tired. Whereas the parents say yes, they are exhausted and tired. They don't know they're just vanishing their children's future. Parents should not always focus only on their business, but focus on their children, whether they're doing the right thing at the right time or they're doing the wrong thing at the right time.
Okay, now let me get this. Almost all the kids, teenagers that I've come in contact with, you always want this attention from your parents, right?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay, but when your parents gives you that attention, you always complain that the attention is too much. Is it true? You always like that you're too much. Mom, leave me. I want to do this. Is it true? Huh?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
You're saying yes. Is yes, right?
In some cases.
In some cases, come to the mic and tell us. Come and tell. No. Just come and tell us now. Just come and tell us the cases where it is. We are all learning, and we are learning from you. Tell us the cases. Parents are listening as well. Tell us the cases where parents will do and it will look as if they are overdoing it. Tell us.
Like making a child to be responsible. When you want to make a girl to be responsible, like the girl will be doing over chores like sweeping the house, cleaning the toilet, and cooking, going market too. The girl will feel like, Mom, you're too doing now. I'm doing.
You're talking about a girl. I'm talking about you. You're talking about a girl. I want you to talk about you. You.
Okay.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
You're 16. Now, in your interaction with your mom, with your dad, is there, I'm being personal, is there any time you feel like, Mom is too much now? What is this, Mommy? Do you feel like that?
Yes, when they do send me to
show me
numerous chores.
What do you mean by numerous chores?
And when they do that, they'll say that this is part of training, that they want you to become a better person in future.
Okay.
And maybe they'll tell you to sweep the house. After sweeping, it won't be up to a minute. They'll tell you to go to market. After going to market, they ask you to wash the plate, or in the case of being a only child,
okay,
or a first child, you wash early to cook. You wash for your parents their clothes. You do all the chores.
But to be honest with you, will you be there and your parents are doing those things? Would you have, wait now, are you going to be there and your parents are the ones cooking, washing plates, going to market, doing this, doing that?
Not really, but they are meant to be educational shows. Like parents, the mother are meant to be cooking.
Are you? Look at this one, no! But let me shock you. Do you know that when you grow older, when you start working, there's something called multitasking? In offices, you're expected to multitask. For example, here, you don't just talk on the microphone. You edit programs, you record programs, you go out, you source for news. That is called multitasking. So what your parents are teaching you right now, I wash plates, cook, go to market, that is little compared to what you're going to see in the future. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Please, can you clap for me? Thank you. So they're actually teaching you multitasking. So when you get home, go and tell your mommy, thank you. You're teaching me how to multitask without my knowledge of it. Okay? So let's continue with our conversation. Who is the next person? Okay.
One role of parents in effective learning of a teenager is providing all their needs, like shelter, reading materials, and the writing materials. In a situation where the parents provide all the things that the teenager needs, it boosts the morale of the teenager. They should be able to understand between needs and wants. Needs are essentials for healthy growth, while wants are addition items.
Okay, thank you so much. Next person, quickly.
I think one role of parents in the effective learning of their teenager is providing a healthy diet.
Oh, amazing. Go on.
Nutrition is important for a teenager's learning because it supports cognitive learning and development. Deficiencies in these vitamins and minerals can impair memory, language, and attention. So parents should make out time to prepare healthy food at home for this, instead of giving these teenagers money to go and get what they want.
Okay.
As commonly seen in schools today.
Oh, amazing. That's a strong point. The next person.
One of the laws in the effective learning of their teenagers, one of the laws of parents in the effective learning of their teenagers is parents should make up time to train their children more about sex education.
Okay.
Most especially danger to premarital sex.
Okay.
They should not live the life of our ancestors thinking that once their teenager knows anything about sex, the child is corrupt.
Okay.
They should train them more about that, ask them questions, and tell them how to prevent premarital sex, sexual relationship. And also they should train them more about education is not a scam, in order for them to go to school and face their studies, and also prevent premarital sexual relationship, in which it can enable them to have a high self-esteem in school.
Wow.
Thanks.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Next person.
I think that one of the roles of parents in the effective of the teenager is keeping good personal hygiene.
Okay.
By the name implies, personal hygiene is a condition of keeping good sanitary practice.
That's the parents themselves telling teenagers, right? Go on.
Personal hygiene helps develop our health in many ways, mentally, socially, and physiologically. Parents should teach their children how to keep themselves clean, like taking their bath at least 2 or 3 times a day. Parents also teach their children how to use good body deodorant, soaps, and good body creams. Parents should also teach their children how to keep their environment clean, not only themselves. Which is also part of creating a good conducive environment. Okay. Parents should also teach their children the health implication of living an unhygienic lifestyle, like constant diarrhea, skin rashes, cholera, etc. Always remember that cleanliness is not godliness. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Next person.
I think one role of parents in the effective learning of the teenager is supporting their academic performance.
Okay.
Some parents are not educated, but they feel that teenager cannot be educated as well.
Really?
I say no to this. In such cases, parents that are not educated should found at least a helper or a lesson teacher who will teach their teenager too. Some parents do not make out time to teach their teenager, while some give them excuses that they are being exhausted from work. I'm using this opportunity to approach parents to make out time to teach their children on the topics which are being taught in school, so as to enable them to understand it more. Because an adult says that a stitch in time saves 9. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next person.
I'm going to be talking about being prayerful. As one of the roles of parents in
being prayerful.
Teenagers.
Okay.
Those are the times that the parents do come together to seek for God's intervention over their teens' children, knowing that a true heart change only comes from the good news in the gospel. And prayers are more than protection. They are also the foundation that builds our faith in God. They also help us in expressing God's love, and they also help us in building personal relationships with Him. When prayers are prioritized, spiritual growth occurs. So a good life prayer is not just spiritually. And prayers also plays a vital role in education. Like, it teaches us about principles like being compassionate, love, caring, and being honesty. So I would like to tell the parents to pray against cultism over their teenage children.
To pray against cultism.
Yes, against their.
There is a role of prayer and there is a role of we ourselves, right? I've been paying attention to all you're saying. We have roles. Life is spiritual, right?
Yes.
But do you think that when a parent creates time for the children, talks with the children, bonds with the children, have time with the children, do you think that child will get into cultism?
No.
If a parent should do all these things you've said right now, right, plus prayer, do you think that child will be interested in cultism?
No.
Thank you so much. You've answered my question. Thank you. Do you have anything to say? Do you want to add something?
No.
Okay, the next person. Oh, you've all said something.
Yes.
Oh, all of you have said something. Yes. I thought there was another person. Okay, so I think we've actually we've nailed it. Right? Basically, if parents can actually do all these things that you've said right now, right? The teenagers, the young people will excel in their academics, right?
Yes.
And that will bring about excellence in life and success in life, right?
Yes.
So, what are we generally telling our parents to do? Which is to ensure that they do everything each of you have said here, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for coming through. I think we've come to the end of the program. Does anyone have any other thing to add? Does anyone have any other thing to add?
No.
Eh?
No.
Did you forget something that you want to say?
No.
Remember I said this is your first time on radio. Just come here so I will be listening to all of you. Remember I said this is your first time on radio.
Yes.
You're used to listening and hearing others talk. Just when you get home, a lot of people are going to tell you that they heard you on Radio Sapiencia. Okay, so how do you feel about this program? How do you feel coming here generally? How do you feel coming here?
Happy.
No, talk now. How do you feel?
We feel happy.
Oh, excited, happy. Which other word? So what do you have to say to Radio Sapiencia?
Thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Talk now. What do you have to say?
Thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Okay, now you understand what it means to be on radio, right?
Yes.
So the next time you tune in your radio and you're listening to any presenter, just know that it takes a lot to be on radio. Okay?
Yes.
Good. So thank you once again for being here. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to having you here again some other time. And we look forward to the fact that all the things that you've said, a lot of parents listen to it out there, and I'm so sure your own parents listen to it as well. They are going to put it to work to ensure that your learning is effective and that you succeed in life, because we really want you to succeed in life. Once again, thank you so much. We had students from St. Augustine of Hippo Secondary School, all the way from Ekwago. I wanted to say Ekembo. Okay, thank you so much for joining us here on Twinny Sports Show. My name is Oma. You're very seated on radio, TV, social media, sweetheart everywhere. Auntie, what is your name?
Mrs. Obonna.
Mrs. Obonna Tesi. Okay, they were accompanied by Mrs. Obonna Tesi, who came with them. Thank you so much. And our kind regards to the principal and management of your school. Thank you so much for coming. And I've seen them. They will come next time. I'll make sure they come again, because they need to be built. I mean, other students will be given the opportunity to come as well to experience what it feels like to be on radio. Thank you so much once again, and we love you. Thank you so much for listening to us, and from all of us we say bye. No, you're not giving me the energy I want. From all of us we say